I'm about to ride my bike to the Kinderdijk Windmills. It's a Unesco site. Stylish, yeah? I'm riding a bike in the Netherlands. Who knew windmills were so cool? I mean, most people know windmills are a thing in the Netherlands, right? But do you have any idea actually how cool and clever they are? Or how important these ones that are at Kinderdijk and built in the 1700s still are? I mean, they can still mean the difference between life and death for thousands of people. This is just gorgeous. I had no idea. I came to Kinderdijk because I wanted to go to a Unesco site and because it's completely gorgeous, which it is. But I just spent 3 days learning so much and it's fascinating. So let me share some of the stuff with you. Windmills are cool, man. That was actually really awesome. This is the Block Weir Museum Mill, the oldest of the mills, built in 1630. That's nearly 400 years ago, and it still works. 2 of the mills are operated as museums, but most of them are actually now leased as private accommodation. A person has to study for 3 years to be able to learn how to operate and maintain a mill properly before they're allowed to lease one. One family has been leasing their mill for 11 generations. You can't have a mill operating while you aren't at home, so you have to wrap up the sails and secure everything before you can leave it unattended, which is what this guy's doing. Let's take a quick step back and work out why windmills are a thing at all. Netherlands literally means the lower countries, referring to the low elevation of the land. 26% of the Netherlands is actually below sea level, but nearly 60% would go underwater if there is a big storm or sea levels rise. Like this guy says,
"We live here 6 feet below sea level. If we don't pump water away, we will drown."
When you see the fields laid out like this, people have dug the trenches so the water drains from the higher points into the channels, and as the peat dries out, it creates usable land. But when the peat dries out too much, the land level drops too, so there's a whole lot of tricks to manage the right level of not too dry or not too wet. They built a dike around the whole area to protect the land from the North Sea. And in the 14th century, they hand dug 2 giant canals, this is one of them, so that the water would drain naturally towards the lowest point. And then they put a gate into the dike, so that when the river on the other side was low, they would open up the sluice and let the water drain into the river and out to sea.
Natural. Yeah.
So in the 18th century there was a level problem. There was not enough height difference between the level of the water in the canals and the level of the water at low tide in the river. So they needed a solution. 18, 19.
So they built these 20 windmills.
One disappeared due to lack of maintenance.
Ah.
They still can operate. This is a kind of backup system. It's a big Archimedes screw. They do the job now. If they pump simultaneously, they pump an amount of water which you can compare with an Olympic swimming pool in 1 minute.
These are all flavored versions. Like
Okay.
and ripe versions of this one.
Okay.
And,
So I should taste that. To taste
Yeah.
the difference?
Yeah, you'll be able to tell the difference straight away.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Mostly put this one on a sandwich, like in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And those sort of cheeses you can also put on a sandwich, but are more for like in the evening with a little wine. Yeah, you'll
I see
probably
what
be
you
able
mean.
to tell the difference
Yeah.
straight away.
This museum you can climb up and see all the inner workings. This is the middle attic. There wasn't any heat here, but this is where the children slept. So they used to cuddle together in here in this little attic to snuggle in and keep warm together. Then climbing up again, you'll reach the smoke attic. In the middle, you'll see the kingpin turning. That's the connection between the lower wheel and the brake wheel of the mill. This is where animal skins were dried for sale later on. anything up here turned black from the smoke from the fire below because chimneys weren't invented yet. Oh, it stopped. It stopped. Got the obligatory hat. I actually wanted a hat. This was a good one. That's really cool. Just like a ton about windmills. Windmills are cool. Who would have thought? Really clever engineering. Just quite awesome, actually. Well, that was good. You should do that.